Hey everybody, still out here in the yard getting ready for those tournaments this weekend. And I thought I'd share with you something really special that we used to do a lot. And I need to start doing it more. And it's a special time. And it's something we used to do. My dad would take us quite often as a kid. And we'd do this. And you get in the summertime, it gets hot during the day. And even in the nighttime, by evening, it's still just sultry and hot and miserable outside. And you know, if you go in the afternoon fishing, it's just hot and the fish usually don't want to bite very good. But what we would do, what my dad would do, and I've continued to do this a lot in my life, and I've also done it a lot because we used to fish a lot of all-night tournaments, and I needed to know how to catch fish late at night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning till daylight. And what we would do is just fun fishing. My dad, we'd go out and we'd put in at 2:30 in the morning and fish till daylight. By then it had gotten cool. All the boats are off the water. It's quiet. And sure enough, in the late summer, late July into August, what happens is those days are beginning to get shorter. The nights are getting a little longer. And what happens is, sure enough, here in the Ozarks, and I think about anywhere where you have big hollows, and anytime you're on a lake, you're going to have lowland, is you start getting these cool night breezes as that cool air from way up high in the atmosphere begins to settle down. And what it does, it creates breezes coming down these hollows, and it begins to cool that surface temperature just a little bit, a few degrees. And what'll happen is those nights will get quiet, and all those bass that haven't fed all day long in that early night, they move up shallow and they begin to feed. Now, you won't catch numbers doing this, but man, you will catch some really 3-pound class or better sized fish this time of night. And boy, we had a lot of great times just going out. You catch 3 or 4, maybe 10, but the bites were so vicious and so wild, and it was so quiet. It was worth it. I've had nights that I've went and done that at a little lake over here by my house. The one bite I got was so worth it, throwing a spinner bait or a buzz bait, that it was so vicious and violent that it was worth the whole trip for that one bite. Made my whole evening. That's all I needed. And the only 2 baits you need, we only used 2 things. We used a black spinner bait and a buzz bait. That's all you need that time of year, late at night in the summer. You're going to get around big chunky rock, little points, anywhere that water's cooling down a little bit. The backs of shaded pockets are really good, where it's dark and you've got old logs and rubble or anything in there. Those bass cruise up in there and they feed. And you can take either one of these. I like a black and chartreuse spinnerbait at night. I like a chartreuse blade with a chartreuse trailer. It's done extremely well for me. I've caught a lot of bass on it. Single spin, 1/2 ounce. Another one that's just, I've caught so many bass on, just a black and red, black and blue, nickel or gold blade, just a standard. Kind of depends on the night. If it's a really dark night, it seems like the solid blacks work a lot better. If I got more moonlight, it seems like the black and chartreuses work a lot better. Another thing I do a lot when I have moonlight is I'll do a black spinnerbait with a white trailer, something like that. But you can just experiment. Any number of things work, but a good black single spin, it will get bit, and you will get bites that will yank the rod out of your hand. It's amazing. It's fun. The other thing you need, just a black buzz bait. Doesn't have to be nothing special, just a good 3/8, 1/2 ounce black buzz bait. I like a black with a black trailer of some sort. And just start working through. One night they may want spinner bait, one night they may rather this. But if nothing else, you're gonna throw that spinner bait from 2 till about a little bit before daylight, and you pick this thing up. I'm telling you, you get some bites. If you're not ready, you might just fall out of the boat. They are vicious. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. I remember the first 4-pound bass I ever caught on a buzzbait. I was one of these nights out at Lake Bob Kidd. Dad took me over there. It was the only bass I caught that day. I remember it like it was yesterday. But that bass turned that lake upside down to get that thing. And I wrestled him around and got him in the boat. And I was on cloud nine. It was the only bite I needed. I still remember it like it was yesterday. In an August morning. And we'd been fishing since 3 o'clock or something. That was the one bite I had. Great trip. So, if you're struggling a little bit with this summertime and it's hot and miserable and really not catching many fish, go ahead and go get you some dinner, go to bed about 5 o'clock and wake up about midnight, head on to the lake. You'll get to experience too that crack of daylight, the very second a moment of light begins to hit this hot skyline. So many times when we're driving to the lake, we miss that little window of time because we're trying to get fuel or breakfast or fight all the traffic to get there. And it's already daylight by the time we get there. But when you do this, you get in on the most ultimate time of the morning that there is, and you'll have it all to yourself. And even if you don't catch many bass, there's one thing you'll get. You'll listen to the whippoorwills, you'll listen to the silence of the night, and you'll probably leave the lake with some peace of mind. And you can't beat that either. Get out and try that. Go catch you a big one at night. Go have the bite, strike of your life. We'll catch you next time.